Hey everyone, my name is Jeff Lee, and I am a personal injury and criminal defense attorney in Memphis, Tennessee. I want to talk to you today about something that's near and dear to my heart, and that's what I call jury justice. Stick around and I'll tell you exactly what I mean by that. What do I mean by jury justice? Well, as you probably know, legal cases are what we call adversarial. So when we talk about a settlement in a personal injury case, what we're saying is that I'm reaching out to the insurance defense attorney or the insurance adjuster, and I'm trying to convince them of the value of my client's loss. Now, it's very difficult for a person to agree with you about the value of loss when they're the one paying the bill. So instead, what we do is we take the case to court and we file it and we demand a jury. And what we're saying by that is we want men and women from the community to come in and listen to what's happened to my client. What is the loss? What is the story of what happened? What was the carelessness of the other person, which is why they should be found responsible to pay our bill? And so we are very rarely going to convince the insurance company, hey, this is how much we say it is. And they say, oh, okay, we'll write a check. We're so sorry. No, of course they don't do that. What they do is they say, your client was heavy. Your client was careless. Your client was on the phone. Your client was in a neighborhood where he or she didn't know where they were going. So if you say that you're entitled to this much money, we're going to give you this much money. Your medical bills are X amount? Well, we're not even going to pay all your medical bills. We're going to give you this amount. Very rarely do I have people call me and say, hey man, I want to get rich on this fender bender. Instead, what they say is, I just thought that if the insurance company took good care of me, if they were fair, if they were reasonable, I would never have to go to court. Sometimes that happens. More often what happens is we don't get it resolved in the settlement because the insurance company won't pay what I say is fair value. Now that takes me back to the idea of jury justice. When those settlement negotiations have failed, that's when we say, I'm not going to convince you, insurance defense attorney. I'm not going to convince you, insurance adjuster. Let me just plead my case to the jury, because they are a neutral organization. They come in giving us no advantage, and they give the other driver no advantage. They listen to the facts of the case, they listen to the testimony, and they come up with something that's fair. Now, do I believe that juries always get it right? No, but I can tell you that juries want to do what's right. Who's being credible, who's being fair, and who's asking for a fair amount. And almost every time they find that this client of mine, who's not exaggerating, who's not making up stuff, who's explaining, this is how this accident affected my life, and they give them a fair amount. I hope that if you've been injured in an accident, you'll consider calling me and I can help you get jury justice.